Hey everyone, it's James Lambert, the motivational coach and speaker. I went from knockouts to knowledge and from headlocks to hugs. I still embrace people, just now in a different way. In this video, I wanted to talk about your commitment levels. Now, what brought this to mind? I was reminiscing on my past, and particular when when I was fighting and also on the door. So I had to be prepared. Now this started internally in my mind. So when I was in the case of dressing, getting ready for the door, as I was putting on my clothes, it was actually like a knight may put on his armour, or a soldier putting on his clothing before going into war. Now, although my intention never was to start war, it was a very hostile environment. So the point was I was putting on armour. And so the intention was there in one's thoughts first. But I want to look at the emotion that was actually sustaining it. With respect, you couldn't go there like a pussycat. You had to be very bold, very confident. Your esteem had to be very high, or at least appear that way. Now that's very interesting as well, about projection. If you're in business, you want to project a sense of self-assuredness and confidence, for it's very attractive. Moreover, people can believe in you when you project that you have that belief in yourself. So as I say, as I was dressing before going out to work on the door as a bouncer, there was great confidence. And you had to show up with great intention. The same with the fighting. You couldn't tiptoe around it. You're either in, and I mean all in, or there's no point showing up. Now that applied for fighting, wherever that took place, in or outside of the ring, or on the door. So yes, mentality first, big, bold in your thoughts, confident, and then you project that in your physicality. How does this relate to you? Now, you may be in those professions, but if you're not, and you're like setting up a business, or you work even in your own business or as an employee, I want you to be all in, very bold, brash and confident. The way I see it, it's like the game of life. It's not it's all interconnected. We tend to departmentalize our life. So there's our work face and this face and our hobby face and how we show up with that. Show up in life with the same intent to succeed as I did, and hopefully you would if you were involved in a fight. There's no halfway measures here, because indeed those that did mentally, they got hurt. That whether that be on the door in the fighting, if you weren't all in, interestingly, even those that lost, so-called lost, but for all intents and purposes, lost the fight. So they got knocked out, or if they were all in mentally, like they give it their all, they got less hurt, both in terms physically and their pride. So I believe your intention is so important. And if you're writing a book or a piece of poetry, or you're studying for an exam, if you're about to do an exam, go all in. Or just don't bother, quite frankly. Starting a new business or a new pursuit, moving, relocating home, go all in, get enthusiastic, passionate, confident about what you're doing, or don't bother. And I just think that sort of energetic commitment will hold you in very good stead, no matter what the endeavour. As I say, in fighting, rightly or wrongly, I'm a man of peace now. But there are times where, let's get it right, you have to fight for something, whether it's fighting against injustice or racism or just ignorance in thinking. Just go all in. So be consistent and be passionate, and go be confident. So like I say, like in fighting, if you're all in, you're all in. Please do the same, because I see too many dabblers, and I'm not saying that you don't have to do maybe a job you dislike to facilitate your art. You do what you have to until you get to do what you can. I understand that. But when it's time to go to work, when it's time to look after the kids or your business, or to go to training or weight training or whatever it is you want to do or are doing, go all in. And if you haven't got that sort of commitment, stay at home. And certainly don't browbeat and harass and these internet warriors harass those that are going all in. And, I hear it often, people say, oh, they're obsessed. That's a bad thing. No way. I want you to be obsessed. It's quite right to be obsessed, particularly if you are starting a business or you're in business. You've got to be just to keep up nowadays. So obsessed, if particularly, some of, I've got a weight training friend, and, the people that just like drinking and sort of peeing their lives away, they say, oh, you're obsessed about weight training as if they're a bad thing. I see it, they're obsessed about being losers. They're obsessed about just drinking 10 pints a night, not just on the weekend. They're obsessed about wasting their time. So, you're damn right. Some of us are going to be obsessed about the hobbies that we do believe in and moreover do give value to others. So I want you to be obsessed about what you do, go all in, be consistent and be committed. That's the real theme of this video, be committed. So as always, I hope you found value in this video. If so, please like it, comment. I love to hear your comments. Share, pass on the motivation, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. You are unstoppable, and I am committed to you and believe in you also. Until next time.